In this video I'm going to look at another example of 2D trig, and I find it makes my question so much easier if I first fill in all the information that I know. So they tell me that PRST is a parallelogram, and so immediately if it's a parallelogram, if this line is 8, then PR is 8, but it's bisected, and so each of these will be 4. They tell me that this is 3, so the opposite side should also be 3. If it's a parallelogram, these lines are parallel and these lines are parallel. And if they're parallel, there's a theta there, so I'm going to do alternate angles. If this is my exam, I would be writing the reasons for everything that I've just done in blue. But it helps to see all of it when you want to dive into a question. And so step 1 for me of 2D trig is filling all the missing angles, or in this case sides. Second step is to work out the common line, which could be QT or QS. QT for me would be favorable because it's also got angles linked to it. And step 3, I look and see, is it a 90-degree triangle or not? If it's 90, I'm going to use SOH CAH TOA. If it's not, it's going to be sine rule or cos rule, and in this case I'm going to choose cos rule because they've asked me about cos. And so I'm going to look from here, so here's my theta, and I'm going to focus on the next door neighbors, the ones next to theta, and this is how it all plays out. Cos rule, when I've got side, 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 would be the one next door neighbor squared plus the other next door neighbor squared minus the one opposite squared over 2 times the next door neighbors. And that leaves me with an answer of x squared plus 28 over 16x. And so just like that, I've actually worked out what they were asking for. Then in the next question, they say determine the length of TQ, which again, like I said, is my common line. And so what I'm going to do, and what's buzzing through my head, is that I haven't actually used the 3 or the 4 yet. I've only been working in this triangle in isolation. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing, but working in this triangle here. And so cos theta, and now I'm going to focus on the next door neighbors of this theta, would be the one side squared plus the other next door neighbor squared minus the opposite side squared over 2 times the next door neighbors. And that gives me 16 minus 9, which is 7 plus x squared over 8x. I've got cos theta equals this, and I've got cos theta equals this. So I can do a simultaneous equation. It must mean that the first option of cos theta is equal to the second option of cos theta. And so to get further here, the LCD, because there's fractions, my mind is buzzing with LCDs. This whole fraction needs to be times by 2. And so I'm going to times this by 2. I like to keep the squareds wherever they're positive, so I'm going to take the x squared across this side and minus 14, and so x should be plus or minus the square root of 14, but in the context of this picture, I can't have a length x, that's negative, and so that is my final answer for x, which is TQ, and I've worked it out. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, please like it, subscribe to our channel, and share this with your friends. Thanks.